Hi guys, so I'm back with another recipe, and today I'm going to be doing a quinoa and couscous crusted chicken with some Asian flavored green beans and asparagus. So I'm just going to show you the ingredients that you're going to need for the chicken and how to crust that, and then I'll show you the vegetable ingredients, and then we're going to move on to what to do next. So I have my chicken fillets, which I basically just cut into strips just like that, and out of 2 chicken fillets I got about 15 strips. And then here I've got half a cup of normal all-purpose flour with half a cup of corn flour, so I've got half and half of that. I've got my eggs, which I've beaten here, and then over here I've got my mixture of quinoa, couscous, my dried herbs, as well as my curry powder spice. I've got some ground cumin, some celery salt, so you can use any flavor salt that you like, as well as my ground coriander. So you can add paprika to this if you like. If you like to add cayenne pepper, if you want something a bit more spicy, it's really up to you how you like to season that up. Okay, so for my chicken, I'm just going to start off by lightly dusting each piece like so. First in flour, well, in the corn flour mixture, and then lightly dusting it off. And then dipping into the egg, and then into my mixture here, and I'm just going to carry on with that process until all of them are done. Okay, so I've finished crumbing all of my chicken pieces here, and I've just got some oil heating up gently in a pan, and I'm just literally popping these into the pan just so I can brown them on each side, and then I'm going to put them back into the baking tray and pop them into the oven on a low heat so that they can be fully cooked through inside. So I'm not deep frying the chicken, it's literally just a little bit of oil just so that I'll be able to brown it on each side. Okay, so now I've got all my chicken just beautifully nice and brown. I'm just going to pop them in the oven for about 15 minutes or so until it's fully cooked through on the inside. So, yep, then we're going to get moving on to our vegetables. So for my vegetable ingredients, I've got some brown sugar. If you don't have brown sugar, then you can use honey or any type of sugar that you like. I've got some garlic cloves, which I've sliced up, soy sauce, some sliced spring onion, sesame seeds, you can use black or white, and some sesame oil. And I've got my asparagus here, which I've just rinsed, and I just snapped the bottoms off, just where it naturally breaks off. Then I've got my green beans, which I have topped, and I haven't tailed them. I just prefer not to tail them. I just like the way that they look. And all I'm gonna do is just pour some hot water, more boiling water, over my green beans and my asparagus. Okay, so as you saw for our vegetables earlier, I poured some boiling water over the green beans and the asparagus, and then I poured that boiling water out. And what I've done is I've just soaked them in some ice water, just so that they stay nice and green, even though they've just softened just a little bit. I just want them to soften a little bit, but not be fully cooked through, because they're gonna go in towards the end, so that they're not like cooked, but they stay nice and crispy and crunchy, and they just get the flavors of the sauce that we're gonna make. Okay, so I've got my pan, which has got heating up here. I'm just gonna add my sesame oil. And then just going to add my garlic in there. And my sugar. So I basically just want to cook my garlic and my sugar and my oil together until my sugar is kind of dissolved, and just to release the flavors of the garlic without actually browning it or burning it too much. So it's not over a very high heat at all. So I'm almost making it like a garlic syrup, if you like. So what the sugar is going to do is just going to help to balance out the flavor of the soy sauce, and it's just going to give you that sweet soy flavor as well. And to look really great. Okay, so my sugar is dissolved, and I can now add in my soy sauce. I'm going to add in half of the spring onions. You can see this very well. Oh, that's a bit better. Half the spring onions. I'm going to sprinkle in about a quarter of the sesame seeds, because I'm going to leave the rest for garnishing. And I want this to reduce down quite a bit, because once the vegetables go in, they're also going to release a bit of water as well. So I don't want it to be very liquidy. So this can reduce down to a very thick soy sauce. Give that a taste. Yes. So if you want something a bit more spicy, you can add some fresh chopped chilies at this point as well. Just depending on how hot you want it, you can remove the seeds or keep the seeds inside. You can add some ginger if you want that bit of a spicy flavor as well. That will give you a really great spicy flavor. But I'm just kind of keeping my flavors subtle here, because I've got some nice spices going on in the crumbing of my chicken. I don't want too many overpowering flavors to kind of fight each other. But the only thing that I would really add, if you want to make it a bit more spicy, is just some fresh chopped chilies. You can take out the seeds if you like, just to get that spiciness without too much of the heat, because as you know, the heat is all in the seeds. Okay, so I'm going to, I drained off the ice water, and I'm going to add in my asparagus, because they are much harder vegetable than my green beans, so they're going to take a bit longer. Then I'm going to add in my green beans. I'm going to toss that in so that all of my vegetables, straight to my tongs. I'm going to toss that nicely so that all of my vegetables get coated. And you'll see as your sauce gets thicker, the vegetables will actually get coated much easier in this sauce that we have created. So just keep that moving and toss that around, and we're basically just going to cook this down until the sauce has reduced and thickened, so I can just toss and coat my vegetables nice and evenly and beautifully, and it will be ready to go with our chicken. So my green beans are done, well, green beans and asparagus, and I'm just going to pop them onto the plate, like so. Make sure I get everything. And just going to sprinkle over my sesame seeds and my spring onion and some more sesame seeds. There's my vegetables done. Still nice and crunchy. Can also get my chicken out of the oven. Green beans are also nice and beautiful and crunchy. So I've got my chicken out, and as you can see, fully cooked in the middle, and that's all we want. It's still nice and beautiful and juicy. It's got that beautiful crunchy flavor and texture from the couscous and the quinoa. Just it up. Just wait. So. And there you have your couscous and quinoa crumbed chicken with your sesame, asparagus, and green beans. Enjoy! And I'll plate it all up beautifully, and you can see the full list of ingredients and the full finished dish all plated up beautifully on the Instagram page.